Welcome to Vinyasa Yoga. My name is Eve, and I teach at the Ponte Vedra YMCA in Florida. Today, my daughter Janine will be showing you the same poses. However, I will be making some alterations for possible injuries or anything that you need to be more sensitive of, maybe not so strong. You can watch me, and Janine will be doing the full pose. So the first thing that's important before a practice is always make sure that your practice is your own. Be wary of any injuries or sensitivities you might have, and enjoy yourself. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to close our eyes, make our eyes soft. And we're going to soften the space between our eyes and have a nice deep inhale and slow exhale, pulling our belly to the spine, which we're going to keep there pretty much the entire practice. We're going to inhale, bring our shoulders up to our ears, and then bring our shoulders back, nice straight spine, exhaling. Thinking about our practice today, we're now going to be starting. Opening our eyes and bringing our hands out to the side. We're going to place our left hand on our right leg and moving our right hand behind us, making our body nice and strong, bringing the crown of the head to the ceiling. Have a nice deep inhale and exhale. Inhale again. And then exhale. Let's fold and bring our hands over to the other side. So right hand on left leg, left hand behind us, looking back. Let's elongate the spine, bringing the crown of the head to the ceiling. Let's inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And let's unravel. All right, let's come up to standing. So our Vinyasa flow means we do movement through poses. And again, do as much as you can and what you want to do. All right, so let's inhale, bring our hands up to the ceiling. And exhale, swan dive down to the ground. Maybe you use your block here. And you have to put your hands on the block, calves or thighs. But let's try to go as low as we can go. And then allow our head to be heavy. Maybe grab our elbows if we can. And we're going to inhale and twist to the right. Let's get that right elbow to the right knee. Of course, if you're a little bit higher, you're a little bit tense, you can't go as low. We're pretty flexible since we've been doing yoga for 25 years, or I have anyway. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. If you're more flexible, you can put your hands on the ground behind you and tip your head to the ground. Maybe lean a little bit to the left, get a nice deep stretch all through the left-hand side of your leg and hip. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Let's go around to the other side, folding our arms. If we want to, placing our left elbow to the left leg, pull that belly in. Inhale, maybe come a little bit lower. Inhale again. And then exhale, maybe we put our hands on the ground if we can. If not, just stay where you are. Always be safe. Maybe lean a little bit to the left. Feel that nice deep stretch. Inhale deeply. Let's exhale. Let's come to center. Maybe use your block or you can use your legs. Let's come into monkey pose. So our hands are wherever it is positioned on our calves or our thighs. Let's flatten our back completely. Pull that belly in and look a little bit ahead to the ground, elongating the spine, pulling the shoulders away from the ears, which is something you always need to remind yourself in most of our poses, elongation. Inhale deeply, let's bend our hands to the ground. And so Janine's going to be showing you a Vinyasa pose. So she's going to be stepping back to plank as I step down to my knees. She's going to slowly lower to plank with her elbows close in to the ground. Exhaling, and she's going to be inhaling, coming up to up dog or sphinx, and then coming down to down dog. So I didn't do that, I'm on my knees, and you can slowly come up to down dog if you want, or you can stay on your knees. So we're going to inhale, And we're gonna lift up that right leg, parallel at first, making sure our hips are facing the ground. We're gonna lift them up a little bit higher. And you can stay here, or you can open up your hip so it's looking over, it's looking up to the ceiling. And you can bend that right leg, right knee, right foot, flex it, and look over or underneath your right arm. So I'm doing the adjusted version for any injuries in your shoulders. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. Let's straighten that right leg, bring our hips facing the mat, and let's inhale, bringing our nose to the knee, and exhale, pushing it out as high as it can go. Inhale, nose to the knee, exhale. Inhale, nose to the knee, exhale. And then let's bring both of our feet down, our knees, and let's come into a child's pose. Knees are widespread. You can bring your hands to the mat, put your head on the mat, or you can bring your hands behind you and roll your wrists. We'll talk about why the wrists are aching in just a minute when we get back in the next pose. Rolling the wrists inside toward the outside and toward the inside. Then let's come back up. I'm going to be on my knees again. Janine's going to be in down dog. And we're going to first bring our left leg up parallel to the ground, flexed foot. And you can either stay here or you can lift it up a little bit more. Or you can look to your left, above or below your arm, and then bend your left knee, flex that left foot, and really feel that stretch. This is a great stretch for the hip flexors. And just be aware of your hands. Make sure that the weight of your hands is on the top part of your palms, not on your wrists. That's how you'll make sure that you don't hurt your wrists. So if you can't lift your fingers up very much, that means you're doing it right. All right, so let's slowly bring our hips back facing to the mat, straighten that leg out. We're gonna inhale, bring that left knee to the nose, exhale up. Inhale the nose, exhale up. Inhale the nose, and exhale up. And then let's come back into down dog or on your knees. And we're going to come into a vinyasa if you like. So Janine is going to be doing hers. So it's coming down to plank. I'm doing an abbreviated one because my knees are already on the ground. Inhale, sphinx. Toes on the ground. Pushing back to down dog, or what I am doing, basically being on my knees. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is place our left foot on the ground and lift up the right one. So now I'm in a three-legged dog again, and what I would like to do is swing that right leg through to our hands, and then turning out our foot just a little bit and lift our hands coming up to warrior one. We're looking up the ceiling. Have a nice deep breaths here. Inhale, let's bring the shoulders away from the ears. The farther you look up and back, the better. It's a little bit harder, so each time you practice yoga, you get a little bit better. So inhale, let's turn, and we're going to be going into warrior two. So we're in warrior two. Our bodies are facing the side, tucking our tail in, elongating the spine, pinching our shoulders behind us, and looking over our right hand. Okay? So here starts our vinyasa. We're going to flip our hands up. We're going to lift up our toes, regrasp the ground just to make sure that we're firm. We're going to inhale, bring our hands up, and exhale, down. Inhale, up, breathe really big. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Maybe each time go a little farther. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Good. So what I want you to do next is stay in this pose. Maybe retuck your tail, activating the core, leaning forward a little bit, and placing our right hand on your leg, and then bringing your left hand over, kind of in the same angle as our leg. All right. Let's make sure our shoulders are pulled back. We're not putting too much pressure on our arm. Of course, if you're more flexible, you can come down here if you want. Okay. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So let's come back up with our right arm onto our leg. We're going to do another vinyasa. Inhale, bring our arms back, and then sweep that left arm to the ground. Bring it forward, and exhale back. So if it gets a little tiring, you can also come up. Inhale down, exhale back. Inhale down, exhale back. Just one more. Inhale down, and then exhale back. And then we want to take our left hand, place it on the ground, or a block if you can, and then turn the back foot forward. And then if you can either stay here in this nice long stretch here, or if your knees are okay, you can place it on the ground if it feels better. But what we're trying to do is stretch out this hip flexor. So choose which way you want to do it. Your foot can be up or it can be down. All right. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. So let's place our foot flat on the ground and push back. So our right leg is straight, and then we're flexing that foot. And you see that I've pulled my shoulders back. I've elongated my spine. My leg is as straight as it can get. And flexing that foot. All right. So we're inhaling, and of course you can use a block here if you need. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last time. Inhale, and exhale. Let's stay here for a moment. Maybe we have to widen our hands a little bit. Our arms are for flexibility or for stability. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Good. So what we're going to do next is inhale, coming forward, placing our left foot on the mat, and we're coming into Vinyasa again. So if you don't want to do that, like what Janine's doing, you can just do what I'm doing. I'm pulling my leg back, and I can do it either just stay here, come into child's pose, or you can do an abbreviated one. Inhale, and then coming back, down dog. Good. So let's walk the dog. So you can do this also on your elbows, or you can stay in down dog. But walking the dog, trying to get our heels on the ground. This is the best leg stretcher. Keeping that belly pulled in. Good. All right, let's come back to down dog. And then we're going to place that right foot in the middle of the mat, left. Up the left one. Then we're going to swing it through, turn out that right foot, and then come up to warrior one. Making sure that we're stable. Trying to turn out that foot a little bit, trying to get that back heel on the ground, trying to get the baby toes onto the ground. Maybe looking up, maybe if you're stronger enough, leaning back a little bit. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's inhale and turn into warrior two. So again, facing the side of the wall, tucking our tail in, pinching our shoulders, activating even the triceps, and then looking over our left hand. All right, so getting ready for our vinyasa. Let's lift up our toes and regrasp. Flipping our hands up. Let's inhale, straighten the leg, and bring our hands up to the ceiling. And exhale, come into a warrior two. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Just inhale and lean forward, placing that left hand onto the leg, left leg, and bring that right arm in the same angle as the leg. Okay, so we're going to go into our other vinyasa. Inhaling, bringing our right arm back, tucking our tail in, sweeping the floor, and bringing our arm back. So let's do this a few times. Inhale, sweep down. Exhale, back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Stop here. Transitioning, bring that right arm down to the ground, both hands down, and turning that back foot forward. And you can lower your hips to the ground and get a very deep stretch in your hip flexor, pulling that belly in and out of the way. Or you can put your right knee on the ground. Of course, if you have knee problems, make sure you put something cushiony underneath it, or just skip that. All right, so inhale, exhale. Inhale, maybe go a little bit deeper. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. And let's place that foot on the ground and then slowly push our hips back. Walking our hands back, maybe using a block if you need it, and flexing this foot and straightening that leg. Really try to pull your shoulders back, arch your hips a little bit back, trying to basically straighten your back. It feels like it's arching, but it's really just straightening. So we're going to inhale, exhale, bring our nose to the knee. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Last time. Inhale up, and then exhale down. Stay here. And then we're making sure that our hips are facing forward. Sometimes we get a little bit twisted. So keeping that belly in, allowing the weight of our torso to slowly come over our left leg, making a deeper stretch. The reason why we're pairing our breath to our movement, it's just a great way for mindfulness to make sure that we keep breathing. It's also helping to reduce our cortisol. So lots of important things happening in this workout today. So we're going to inhale, and let's push our hands up. Let's place our foot on the ground, and we can come into our vinyasa, our abbreviated vinyasa, or child's pose, whatever you like to do. So come to child's pose. We'll bring our hands behind our back and slowly roll our hands outside and then toward the inside. Slowly come up. What we're going to do is grab our straps and we're going to transition to stretching. All right, so our hips and our shoulders get very tight in times of stress. So what we're going to do is first, I want to start that over again. Okay, so what we're going to do is use our straps. We're going to take our left foot, putting it to the inside of our right thigh, and move our thighs out of the way. If this is too tight for you, you can just keep your foot out, okay? So it's up to you what you'd like to do. All right, so take your strap, place it right around your foot. So we're doing this to really isolate the foot, trying to keep it straight, trying to keep this leg out, otherwise have your leg out, a nice straight body. We're going to inhale, pull that belly in as we slowly walk our hands on the strap. Elongate again before we bring our head toward our knee. And we're now going to take 3 deep breaths, allowing the weight of our torso to bring us a little bit closer. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And then we're going to slowly come up. And then we're going to open up our left leg. And again, elongate the body, pull that belly in, pull the shoulders back, and bring our left hand out, making sure that we're really holding onto that right strap. Our biceps are really working here. And if you just want to stay here, that's really awesome. It's a great pose just to keep the stretch and elongation. If you want to go a little bit farther, we're going to inhale. And I'm going to slowly bring that left hand up, bring the right arm into our thigh, our right thigh, and then we're going to slowly lean over. Okay, so I'm looking at the ceiling, but of course you don't have to do that if you don't want to. And so we're just keeping that arm up. We're trying to keep our chest open. So falling down like this is not what we're doing. We're really keeping it open. Good. So let's go as far as we can go. Maybe you have to walk the strap up a little bit. So we're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Maybe bring that left arm up to the ceiling now. And using our core, slowly come up. Good. And let's lift up our left leg. Challenges, try to bring it a nice straight leg up and over. So we're still keeping our strap on the right foot. Nice elongation of the body. We're lifting up that right leg. And then let's just bring it over to the left. Ooh, you feel that right in the head. All right, so make sure you keep it flexed. You see I just flex it just a little bit more. Make sure your body is nice and straight. We're not falling over, holding on to it. And we're trying to slowly bring it in and over. Really feel that in the thigh. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and then slowly lower it. Let's put the strap around that left side. And by the way, if you don't have a strap, an old belt, an old scarf, piece of rope, anything you can think of works just as well as a strap. All right, so again, I have my right foot into the inside of my left thigh, moving my thigh muscles out of the way. Nice elongation, pull that belly in, hold onto the strap, flex that foot, inhale, and then exhale, slowly lower over that left leg. Get into a position where you really feel it, elongate. So we're not hunching over, we're elongating. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. Let's slowly come up. Let's open up our legs. And keep the strap on the left foot, nice flex. Pull that belly in, and of course you can stay just like this. Bicep is facing the ceiling. Inhale. We can exhale, we can choose our position we like best. If we want to keep our arm up or behind our back or leaning over to the leg, it's whatever you choose. This is your practice. So you can slowly allow your body to come into its own shape. If your arm is over, make sure that your body is not hunched over, but the chest is still open. So we don't want to lean back too far. Let's just stay right over. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. Inhale, and exhale, tighten your core muscles, lift up that right arm. And slowly come up. And then come over to the front. See if you can bring that right leg over. And then let's hold on to the strap. Let's keep our feet flexed, nice straight body. Inhale, lift up that left leg, bring it over to the right. And until we feel that, I want to say sweet spot. It's a place right here. It's pretty tight. So keep that foot flexed and maybe we lift it up a little bit more. Nice straight body, belly pulled in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Let's bring our foot back. Let's release the strap. Let's lean back a little bit. Bring our feet or legs into a simple sitting position or lotus, whichever you prefer. And I'd like to say thank you for coming to our practice today. Let's open our hands and bring our hands up to the ceiling and then bring them down to our chest. So, thank you for our practice today and coming. And I want you to think about the wonderful things you did, showing up to your practice, and be mindful of your body, your movements, and working on your mind-body connection. Namaste.